If we just look pre and post gait retraining here, the video on the left is prior to gait retraining and the video on the right is afterwards. And the first thing to notice is the change in impact. So if we just bring it up to a quicker speed, we can see coming down a lot harder on the video on the left, coming down a lot lighter on the video on the right. So we're pretty happy about that because we know that high impact is related to injury risk. So we're pretty happy that we've reduced the impact, and the treadmills are at the same speed here. So all of this is running at the same speed. And, with that impact, we've got that change in vertical oscillation. So the head is going up and down a lot more on the video on the left. So we've got lower impact and we've got lower vertical oscillation on the video on the right. So we're pretty happy with those things. And the reason for those things is the changes in the overstride. So if we try and have a look at where the foot's coming down, we can see as we come down there, the knee's quite straight and it's quite far out in front. So if we try and draw a line up from the outside of the ankle and then see how that is positioned relative to the pelvis, we can see that we're landing with the foot quite far out in front, and we know that's an overstride because this angle here of the shin should really be vertical or slightly inclined forward. So we're definitely coming down quite far out in front there. And if we put another line on, we can see the angle of the knee here is very straight. There's not much bend in the knee as we come down there. Whereas if we look after the gait retraining, although the foot's hitting the ground there, he's not actually taking any weight until, I don't know, maybe even there. We'll go back a frame just to make it fair. But we can see they're much more under the center of mass now. So we've got rid of that overstriding. So he's not working against the brakes now. He's landing underneath the center of mass. And if we have a look at the angle of the knee there, we can see it's a lot more flexed now. So it's much easier on the knees, this particular style of running, and it's because we've increased his cadence, so the amount of steps taking in each minute. And you can see there, if you look at the stride length, the left foot is quite far back on the video on the left, whereas on the video on the right, it's not quite as far back because we know the stride length has gone down as the cadence has gone up, even though the speed has stayed the same. So we've brought that foot back underneath the center of mass, and we're landing with a more flexed knee. And those things are reducing the impact, and that's what we see when we sort of put it all together. We can see a lot tighter on the right, a lot less energy being wasted bouncing up and down, and a lot lower impact. So very pleased overall with the changes that we've made here.